Hey, what happening, everybody? Happy Friday. Good to see you. Good to be here. Good to have you here. It's Friday, May 5th, 2023. The end of the week, the end of all of this. We get to enjoy the weekend finally. Part 5 of the University of Idaho. Looking back and finding what we have missed. We got some documents today to look at and whatever else there may be. I am joined by the lovely Mama Bear. Thank the Lord. So, what do you say? Let's get to it. Sounds like a plan to me.
Hello.
Hello, Governor. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm here. I'm great. I'm happy. I'm Dago. Ow. Come on in. Let's see who we got. Of course we did. Not gonna do it. Anyway.
Hello, True Crime community. It is 1:30 in the morning where I'm at right now, but this is really important, and I need to let you
What
guys
the heck
know
just happened to my phone? Anyways.
has been stumbled upon.
Hold on, folks. Sorry. Anyway, let's see who we got in the chat. Let's see. Welcome, Mrs. M. Good to see you. Great to have you here. Mr. Jeff, good to see you, sir. April, welcome back, dear. Mikey, what's up, brother? Good to have you. Fupa Fabrice, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Mr. Lance, always a pleasure. Good to have you here, brother. Miss Carol Koffel, good to have you here, ma'am. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Diane Draper, welcome back, ma'am. Good to have you here as well. Always a pleasure to have all of you guys here today. There's that Dago guy again. Anyway, and of course the lovely Mama Bear. Always happy to have her here. And I think that is it for now. As everybody else comes in, we will get them. But guys, thanks so much for joining us today. It's great to see you here on this beautiful Friday. It is gorgeous outside, folks. When this is all done, I am out. I'm gonna go swimming and all. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that nice yet. No,
it's not that warm out.
I'll be going and doing out, playing in the yard, playing in my sandbox, and getting out my toys and doing all that fun stuff. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I might. I don't know. Depends on which grandkid shows up and which doesn't. So, Low 12, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Good to see you guys here. All of you guys on your way in the door, please be sure to, you know how it goes. Leave me a little DNA on the like button. Share this out to your friends, your neighbors, your dogs, your cats, your hamsters, your birds, the milkman, the mailman, the ice cream man, whoever it is. Anybody you think might want to come see this, share it out, guys. And please, if you could, at the end of the show, leave me some comments. Again, if you liked it, you loved it, you hated it, whatever it is, leave it in that comment section so I know all about it, guys. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it is. I hope it's good for you because it's good for me. Good to be here with you guys, all of you. Welcome, party of 5. We got some new members too, folks. We got some new meatballs floating around in the sauce with the rest of us. That's all it. Well, hello. Who is that? Is that Little Bean? That is Little Bean. What's up, Beanie Kitty? There's our mascot, folks. That's the channel mascot. Haven't seen him in a while. His brother's been here. Kitty boy, what are you doing? Where's your brother? There's another one. Looks just like him, except he's got a mustache and a goatee, folks. It's hilarious. The soft kitty. Did he knock like your computer over or something?
No, hold on. Let's see if I can grab it with one hand and not break it.
He's looking over there like, oh, one of your things you made. That's really cool, by the way. I think that would look sweet with lights in it.
I don't know. I gotta get them. Every time I go to the dollar store, I always forget.
Where do you buy those at?
Huh?
Where do you buy those at?
What?
The skull things. I
made that.
out of like it's a model, isn't it?
Paper.
That's made out of paper.
Mhm.
Let me see that again. You are kidding me.
No. There's my.
Good God. You folded all that up and made it out of paper.
Mhm.
What are you doing here? Good Lord. You'll be working for like Disney or something.
Well, when I hit the big bucks, I'll get the Rhinoceros 3D software, and then I can do 3D stuff.
Like
I
3D
need that
printing?
software to create my own designs and not copyright.
Mm,
So I
that's
can use
really
other
good.
people's templates and make the sculptures or whatever you want to call them.
Right.
And
That's
so
really good.
that's a lot.
Congratulations. It
when I
looks
can-
like a lot of work.
Yeah.
That's really cool though. Damn, Mama Bear. I didn't know you could do all that. I thought you were talking about making like little tiny little things or something. That's a whole full size, like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Thought I
I
had a
make
good
bigger.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I have.
You are
Wait.
talented.
Huh?
I said you are talented.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to crafts, I am.
I guess. Good Lord. I've never seen anybody do anything like that. I've seen paper mache and like origami stuff, but not like that.
Yeah.
Diane Draper just said, how much is one? That's really cool stuff.
This
Awesome.
one, my son took over.
That's a whole ass raccoon. Good Lord. How do you put all this together?
It's it's a lot. There's strips
Yeah.
and they're numbered, and you have to glue the tabs to the pieces, and it just eventually forms it.
I have never seen anything like that in my life. That's crazy. Yeah, right. That is really, really cool. Poopa renewed her membership. Congratulations, Poopa.
Yay.
Welcome back to the sauce with the rest of us. Miss Cindy's in the house. Ciao, Bella. Finishing work. We'll be with you soon. No worries. We'll be here for a while. Come on in, everybody. Like I said, we got some documents to go over today. See, I do stuff. I make things too. I do custom like action figures, and I will build dioramas. I love to build dioramas. I can build a whole like action fight scene for like GI Joe figures and stuff. Dollhouse, the big dollhouse buildings, or like different. I can do all stuff like that and recustomize certain vehicles and planes and stuff like that to look real, like real miniature versions of the real thing. They're dry brushed to look like they're worn and rusted and all that kind of stuff. That's what I do. But that looks like that needs way more patience than what I do.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know. You've heard of No, what is it?
Teen Titans?
Not that one. What's the other Titan? That's the anime.
Oh, anime? That's not me. That's my kids. I know what you're talking about, though. I've heard them talk about it. Come on.
I know. It's like, I can't believe I forgot what it is.
It's on the tip of my tongue because Caden's talks about it all the time. So do my other kids because they all like anime.
Attack of the Titans. No?
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's one of them too. I don't think that's the anime one though. Anyway, something Titans. I get it.
Yeah.
Welcome, Amanda.
I made one of the Titan. Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
What's the biggest one you've ever made?
That would be the biggest one, the Titan.
And how long did that take?
Well, I don't know. That one or the one dragon I did for my best friend's daughter.
The dragon would be cool, I think.
One of those two would have been. I think the dragon was probably the hardest.
I have to be. I'm obviously right about you then, which is why I'm so comfortable with you, because I feel like you have like massive patience. You have to do that kind of stuff.
I do with some things, and other things just.
I would have lit that on fire if it wouldn't have worked right or bent the right or wrong way or whatever. I'd have just caught it on fire, walked away from it. That's me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, transporter's in the house. What's up, Sarge? Just the facts, ma'am. Good to see you. Let's see. Somebody else popped in here too. Miss Amanda. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. Anybody else I missed? I don't see. But good golly, Miss Molly's in the house. I did miss her. Good to see you, sweet Molly girl. How are you today?
We're talking about my crafts.
Crafts. That goes like way above crafting to me. Like I said, I thought I was kind of cool because I collect toys and then I can customize and mod toys, and then you come up with that, and I was like, okay, I'll go walk away now. Where is Brandy or Heather or somebody or that's made out of paper?
Yeah,
that's unbelievable. That's big. Wow,
it was big.
really cool too.
Yeah.
Good Lord, those are so neat. I wonder if we could make a Molly cat out of paper. That's really
probably
neat. Tongue and everything. That's so cool.
Let's see if I can find the Titan. Yeah, I think the dragon was probably the hardest.
I'm into it. I know somebody, or Fupa. She does stuff too. She makes like the because we were talking about one time when I was talking about the dioramas that I do. She makes like the miniature things for like doll houses.
Oh yeah, I saw her. I thought I saw her say something in there, or somebody did, about making.
Did she say it in here? Let me see. I love making paper crafts. Then when I build, yeah, there it is. Yeah, she makes all that stuff with doll houses and stuff. See, I make like the small like barrels. Everything's 1/12 scale that I do, and I'll do like pallets, and I've even made like beer cans and like beer bottles, and then you'll set these whole things up for photography in the diorama section, and then you take pictures of it, of course, and then it just looks real. You know what I mean?
Right. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. It's COVID did that to me. It's very relaxing and very self-satisfying when you're done with what you do. Like I can go to Walmart and buy like one of these plastic toy helicopter things and bring it home, and I'll tear it all apart piece by piece, and then I respray it and paint it, put it all back together, and then I'll do dry brushing on it and accent detail and stuff like that, and make it look like it's got like it's been shot up and it's like 300 years old, you know, with all the rust and everything. I learned how to do all that kind of stuff. And then you make the little pieces and parts that go with it. And, you know, it's just one of them things. I got so bored.
It is.
It's very, very satisfying. I'm telling you, it really is. When you're done and you look at what you've done, you're just like, wow, you know?
I did a Among Us imposter. But I don't know where I got it. The head comes off so you can see the bone. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but that sounds really cool.
Let me see if it's in a room. Hold on.
An imposter. That's really neat. So now we know our mama bear is a talented artiste. I draw. I do too. I draw. I've drawn for years. I make sculpting stuff. I do for years I've done like theatrical makeup, special effects stuff, blood makeup and scars, zombie makeup. I took classes and stuff for that. You know, it's just fun. I haven't been able to do any of my hobby stuff in probably almost a year.
So you know Among Us, right?
Oh, the game Among Us. Yeah, okay. Check it out. Wow, that's really cool.
It's a little backpack.
That is really neat. It's hard to believe that's made out of paper.
I know.
Unreal. That was something else I used to welcome Amanda Meow. Like paper mache stuff. I used to be really good at that. I could do
I
like,
messed with that a whole lot because it's messy.
well, it can be, but like when I was doing the theatrical makeup and the horror film stuff and all that, then I learned you could do masks.
Mm.
Out of thank you. Like face masks, and then you paint them and smooth them with um hot Mod Podge stuff. Like okay, and it you can make it actually as smooth as skin, or you can actually take a paper mache face, okay, and then you can cover it with liquid latex and make it like a real. It's just there's a lot you can do. I love it. Silicone, all that stuff. Yeah, I love crocheting amaragumas.
Yeah, I've looked at that, Amanda, and whew,
Amaragumas. That sounds hard.
yeah.
I wanted to do makeup for horror films, but yep. Well, guess what? If you don't live there, you won't. That's what the only time I do it is everybody loves me for Halloween. That's about it. Welcome, Casey. Good to have you here. Thanks for coming back today. But yeah, I can take anything you have in your house and turn you into some kind of a monster, whether it be toilet paper, cotton balls, zombie. I can make the absolute most authentic looking best zombie you've ever seen in your life, just out of toilet paper, glue, makeup, and powder, and then blood, theatrical blood. And I'm talking about the blood they use in the movies is made out of Karo syrup, food coloring, and if you want clots, you can use peanut butter. That way you can eat it. You know what I mean? So it's very easy to do. It and very cool. It's realistic as all hell. That was one of the what's up, Larry. One of the favorite things I learned how to do was make theater blood. I thought it was so cool. You know, nobody ever needs to apologize for ever being what you call late because nobody's ever late. Good to see you, Sylvia. Thanks for joining us. Again, today, guys, we're at part 5 of looking back into the University of Idaho scenario. We're going over some new documents today, though. Welcome, Pamela, Pink. Good to see you all. Thanks for joining us today. There were some documents that popped. Was it yesterday or the day before? The documents, did they pop up yesterday or the day before?
Some were the day before, most were yesterday, last night.
Yeah, so we're gonna hit those documents and see what we can talk about with that. Sergeant Friday says that's not Sergeant Friday, sorry. Sergeant Friday says, has anyone considered DD as being used for? Oh yeah, that's what we talked about yesterday, Sarge. The DoorDash scenario. That was pretty much what most of the end of what my stream was yesterday was about that. And then I got to speak to, for those of you that were not around or didn't see, I spoke with, they call her WSU Kim yesterday. And I told her that she's welcome to come in here and talk to everybody in here as well. She said she was going to. I gave her my information, so we will see if she chooses to. Again, if she's listening, Kim, that offer is still open to you. I would love to speak to you one more time about that, and let you speak with everybody in here as well. So that happened yesterday, after a little while after my stream, and then thank you all for those of you that showed up last night for the true story behind the movie. Appreciate you. Crochet. Oh my God.
They're small.
That's got to be almost near impossible. That's too little.
Yeah, and they're crocheted. I'm not that great at crocheting to begin with, so to do it small, yeah.
My mother-in-law does that. She crochets everything. She crochets hats and little tiny things and doily, whatever you call those things, all sorts of stuff. Well, if she chooses to come in here, we'll be talking to her, Larry. Needle felting. Yeah.
Mm.
Good to see you, April. Thanks for joining us. 48 awesome people in here. Guys, please, if you would, hit that like button for me. Let's get ourselves up into that algorithm again.
Yes.
That seems to work out very well for us. And share this out for me, please. I'm going to make sure I get the personal invites out to everybody real quick. YouTube does not always like to throw out the notifications as they should. So, all right, that one's out. Is Miss Brandy in here?
You know, I have not heard anything from Brandy all day. Even say hi in Discord or good morning? I don't think she did.
I haven't seen Heather either. Your kids home?
Yeah, the twins are. Gotta get Lorelai later. But...
There you go. Caden's got 20 days left, I think.
It's less than that, but you don't want to be reminded of that, so.
Yeah, you're right, because I forget about weekends, so.
Yeah.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, one good thing is I don't have to fight with him to get him up every morning, because that was a fight. It is every morning. I literally almost have to like run downstairs or like run and then drop kick him in the head to get him out of the bed. That's the only thing that seems to wake him. I don't ever do that. I'm just saying, like, it's almost to that extreme to get him to wake up. He sleeps so hard.
Yeah.
Because he won't go to bed like he should go to bed, you know?
Yeah. Echo right now, she's struggling because her mind just won't shut off.
Mm-hmm. So. Caden's always like that. Gotta love the ADHD thing. We're gonna watch that. Has anyone seen the video of a cop all battered and cut up handling evidence?
What?
No. Excuse me, Mama Bear. I'll be right back.
Okay. Of a cop all battered and cut up handling. I do too, Amanda. I love it. Unfortunately, the software that I want or I need, the Rhino 3D, I mean, it's like $1,000, I think, but I mean, it's just a one-time fee. So, I mean, it's obviously well worth it. I just don't have $1,000 right now to per software. Yeah, Sylvia, I was trying to think this morning. I need to see if she's got some books that she needs or wants and see if maybe she starts reading at bedtime, if that'll help her deter her brain from the other stuff. April, what are you talking about? You glued what to construction paper? Your pictures? Just kidding. Fusion beads. I'm trying to think. Are those the ones you use water with or the iron? Because I know we've had both. I know the one that you use the iron with. The iron. Yeah, we used to have a whole bunch of those. And then, oh, they're aqua beads. Duh. But they're real pretty beads that you do the same thing with, but you just put water on them and they somehow stick together. They're kind of cool. My daughter has some of those. Very cool, Fupa. Hello, Brandy. You are here. Yay. I've tried that, Robin. That was hard. That made me mad.
I've heard of that, coffee flower filters. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I think all that kind of stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
People are
It
talented.
looks so simple, and I can't figure it out.
Yeah. Welcome, Robin. Miss Sylvia. Let's see. Anybody else that popped in? Miss Brandy's in the house. Lugaroo. Thanks for joining us. 45 amazing people here today. Please hit that like button, guys. Please, please, please. Like I said, we got some documents we're going to look at and some other little things we're going to touch on as soon as I bring up my email.
Thanks, Sylvia. Let's see what I can find.
Hi, Brandy. Papa Smurf.
Oh, congratulations, Larry. You got a membership from FUPA.
Miss Kelly Cooper. Did he? Welcome to the club, Larry. New meatball in the house. Where did it go? Where did it go? You sent me that this morning. Or did you send? Yeah, and I also have a one document that I'm kind of irritated about that we're going to talk about as well.
Welcome, Amy. We're glad you're here.
Amy D, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. For those of you that have just recently jumped in, if you're a new subscriber, I thank you so very much for that, and I appreciate that so very much. Good to have you here. That goes for all you guys that are new, and even the people that are semi-new. I still am so very appreciated that you guys are here. What
is
that?
You can join from an iPhone, right? You can join membership with the iPhone, right?
Yeah, you should be able to. I wish Heather was in here. She knows like the ins and outs of all of that. I don't know how she figured it out so fast, but she did. I'm not seeing what you said you sent.
Really?
This is my stupid. Did you send it to my email or the other email?
Your email. The Mayorist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't. Dag, burn it. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Looks like Heather sent me stuff too. Okay. Yeah. And the one document I want to look at, we're going to be arguing about. We're not arguing. I'm going to be complaining about it because it doesn't make any sense to me at all. MK, good to see you here. Does anyone remember when Kaylee told her father? Yes, I do. I absolutely do.
Nope, stop it.
What was Robin being congratulated for? Glad to have you here, Robin. Kim's version adds up to the officers there needing counseling after seeing the crime scene. Yes. Yes, it does. Yeah, for those of you that just popped in, I did have a conversation with WSU Kim yesterday. I invited her here. Whether she chooses to or not, I don't know. She does get nervous when she does these, but says that she wants to go to as many channels as she can. She has my information, and I hope to see and or hear from her soon. It's just not showing up. I don't know what the deal is with this.
Mine isn't?
I mean, do you remember what it was titled?
Probably BK Documents.
Yeah, it's not here.
Let's see if I can get it from here.
I don't know what's going on or why, but it's not here yet. What? Miss Diane is a new member as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations, Miss Diane. Welcome to the sauce with the rest of us. You are now a meatball. Welcome, Jem. Yeah, she's getting ready for graduation. That's true.
Okay, I lied. It's most recent documents. There should be one that says WPD evidence documents. And today's thumbnail. You're fine.
Is that the cat?
Yeah. Being he wants an echoes room.
Good Lord, my cat's never that vocal. He sounds irritated.
Get off the wall, sir. Sorry.
Listen to him.
Talking back.
WPD evidence documents.
That's one.
Okay, I found that one. I had to put that name in. Oh boy. That's the one that we're going to be bickering about, folks, because I'm a little confused and kind of irritated. So we're going to talk about that one.
The other one is most recent documents. I just forwarded it to you again.
Okay. All right, hold on.
And I'm not going to worry about the thumbnail one. So
There it is. Okay. Messenger 11 stream. Holy crap, you need to watch the latest video of warrant for apartment. That cop is beat up. Fingers all in bandages. Cuts on his arms, bruises on outer form. Really? That's kind of interesting. Is that one of the documents that we have?
Messenger 11 stream.
And Sarge, this is for the warrant that was served?
I think it's Lana Truth and Transparency has a live probably right about now. I don't know what time it is. She has the video of when they did the search warrant of Brian's apartment.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Maybe that's what he's talking about. I'm not sure, though. Last vid of warrant for apartment.
Wait, what'd you say again? Welcome, Amy. Good to see you.
Sergeant, watch the last vid of warrant for apartment. Messenger 11 stream. I don't know. I know
okay.
about it.
I know what you're saying. Sure enough. It's a video, Joseph. It's a video. Joe Coy. That's where that came from. Okay. I love Joe Coy, the comedian. For those of you that don't know, he's hilarious. It's a comment at the messenger by a subscriber. Okay. So it's in Messenger 11's video. Which one? Did they say which video it was?
I think it said most recent. Where'd you go?
The most recent one was 3 hours ago. It was EWG verified.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious now. What's up, Strike, little brother? Good to see you. Has it in the comments here? Is she in here? They're in her comments. Why does he want in her bedroom so bad?
The Messenger 11 has it in the comments. Must be their comment.
Miss Annie. Oh, sir, it has it in the comment. Okay. Good to see you, Annie. Thanks for joining us, hon. What do you think about MPD not including the estimated time of death for victim, not including medical examiner estimated time of death for victim in their PCA? we're going to talk about that stuff, Annie. That's very interesting to me. 69 people here now. Come on in, everybody. Grab your coffee, tea, whatever it may be. Come on in here, sit down, have a conversation with Mama Bear and me. There's so many great people here again. Thank you guys so much. Please make sure you hit the like button on your way in the door. I appreciate that so much, and share this out to whoever you choose to. All right, so the latest video is that EWG verified, right?
Mm.
They can't give a time of death. It would blow their timeline out of the window. And that's there's the issues. The timeline's been a problem 7 hours ago. Oh, okay. So we're over here. I see where it is. We're the one it's called, it's the one that says, where's Idaho 4 Obscura? Where's Anna and Ethan? That one, Sarge. Let me see. What did he say? He did something. I linked it. I linked ya. Where did you link me at, brother? I don't see it.
Links won't show in the chat unless you're a mod. So
are they over here? Over here. Let me see if it's in the other side.
Go to the comments. The host replies affirmatively.
Where's the Sarge at? It might show up on the YouTube side. I'm trying to find it right now. Or maybe not. Where did he say that at? Right above Mrs. M. Okay. I'm working on you, Sarge. I appreciate it too, by the way. I'm curious now. You got my curiosity sparked. Let's go see what we can find, senor. I shouldn't do that. Damn it, where is it? I cannot find it. Yes. Oh, by the way, welcome Sudi Basic and happy Cinco de Mayo to you. Be careful and safe for those of you that are going to be celebrating that today, please.
Yes.
All I'm doing is eating Mexican food, but homemade Mexican food. Kind of homemade. Made by non-Mexican people. I cannot see it over here. Thought for the day. Friday email. They go at what? Oh, thank you, Brandy. In my opinion, their deaths were shortly after the 258. The last time KG used her phone. I know Friday. I'm talking to. We're on two different platforms while we're doing this. You have to start off with YouTube, and then we're on StreamYards to be able to bring it to you guys. So I'm looking on the YouTube, and it doesn't show up on StreamYards when you put a link up.
Papa Roger. Hey, Brandy, can you check that?
155 years ago, 3 brave men fought El Guapo at the Battle of South Poco to give Mexico its independence. Thank you, Papa Roger. With so far report from Brian Department, which recall cops say he went right home, negative net. Well, we're going to go over the documents from all that today, okay? And a couple other documents, and try to figure out the reason why they're not testing anything. It's not showing up Friday, but we'll figure it out. I'll find it in one form or another. We'll figure it out. 68 people in here. We're going to start clicking into these documents here in a few minutes. I was just trying to give it a little time to get some more folks in here because as of late, there's been a lot of people in the chat, and I wanted to make sure nobody missed out on anything. And I'm going to grab my
He emailed you a link.
What'd you say?
Sergeant emailed you a link.
Oh, well, that's probably going to be way easier. Thank you, sir. For whatever reason, I don't know why these links don't stick like they're supposed to in the chats and stuff. and they don't let us do anything. When I'm the administrator on this thing, and I'm not allowed to do anything in StreamYards, it blows my mind.
Right.
Bye.
Thank you, Brandy.
All right, I got it. Friday. Thank you, brother. Give me one moment, Mama Bear. I have to grab my cup.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Hi, Pink. I don't think I said hi to you. I don't know why this has to be so difficult.
Okie dokie. Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate that, hon. Let's see what we got here, Sarge. Oh, yeah, okay. Is it the end of the video? Welcome, Sarah.
Sometimes.
What?
Sorry, that was exhausting. It can be.
Yeah, brother, I do. I'm trying to find it. I don't see I'm in the video.
Hey, Steve. Or
What's up? What's up, Buzz crew? Good
Yeah.
to see you, brother. Good for you to. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate you. Good to have you here. There's another channel, guys. If you guys haven't checked them out yet, it's called Publicly Buzzed. They do some really good stuff over there. They had a little bit of everything. There's some good comedy. There's some true crime, a little bit of paranormal, a little bit of everything. It's good stuff, guys. I always love it over there.
Yep.
Always a good time. Last night was a great one. It took a lot of the monotony that we've been dealing with all week long and all the stress and depressing stuff it was pretty funny over there last night. I loved it, Steve. It was a good one. Very good. Good. Okay. All right. I got the video, Sarge. I'm still looking in the video to find it, but I will find it one way or another, like I said. Welcome, Sarah D. Good to see you. Yeah, guys, if you haven't in the comments, I sent it to your email. You know, I got it out of the email. I can't find the comments in it though. It won't open those up. I see what you're saying now. Talk about being exhausted. Yeah, I see what he's talking about. That was exhausting. We're trying to work this thing out, and we will. If one of the moderators, please, could you drop the link for Publicly Buzzed in the chat for me? If you guys get a chance and you're not doing nothing, especially tonight's Friday night, they usually have a really good show on Friday nights. Go check them out, guys. They are something special. I'll tell you that. It's a lot of fun. Always a good time over there. All right, I'm looking in the comments.
Right.
Do you remember what? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just talking out loud while I was reading.
That's all right. Yeah, I'm looking through the comments right now, Sarge.
Yikes.
Thank you, Molly dear. I appreciate you. You guys, If you get a chance, there's a link. Go check them out. You will not be disappointed. They're really, really cool set of brothers, Dan and Steve. They got the whole thing. You sent a new email.
He sent a new email.
Me and you are going to end up being best friends by the end of the day, Sarge. Just saying.
Right.
We will work this out one way or another.
All right, Diane, I pulled that picture up for you for him. So that's evil looking.
What are you talking about?
Diane wanted you to pull up a karambit knife.
Oh, yeah, those are fun. I pulled way in the very beginning of this. I had showed you guys a couple of different variations of knives. Those, the way it was explained, that type of knife is it goes in at the bottom of the, like, down by the belly button area, and you just go, and that's it, like a zipper. Yeah. Welcome, Jilly Bean. I got your, okay, here we go. I got it, Sarge. Okay.
Welcome, Jelly Bean.
All right. I see it now. Okay. That's interesting. Bruised up, bandaged, cuts on his arms, bruises on his outer forearms and his elbow. I'd like to know who the cop is. He said, ha! You did it. Yes. Yeah, you ain't lying, Stevie. Thank God it's Friday. So the first thing I think we're going to jump on is this just to get it out of the way. Yeah, that's kind of interesting, to say the very least. Whoever sent, was it Rob? Whoever sent the Cash App, thank you so very much. I do appreciate the donations. As I said, this channel is 100% crowdfunded, so I appreciate that. That keeps me up and running for you guys. So, all right, now.
Enan mentioned that knife.
If you did. All right, guys, let's pull up the. Where did it go now? You just sent it to me. Too many emails coming at one time. All right, here we go. What was that one called? Thank you so much, Miss Robin. I appreciate that. First super chat of the day. Thank you so much. Oh, it's okay, Sylvia. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I'm sorry. Sorry, Steve. Right, here's it at. It was called, what was that one again called with the first one you told me?
WPD.
That's it. That's all you have to say. Thank you. Or it is. I found it. I found it. I found it. Okay. Yeah, I'm in rare form today, folks. Thank you so much, Mr. Steve. Appreciate you, or whoever it is, publicly buzzed. $5 super chat. So much appreciated. 1 second, if I can get this rolling. Right? Isn't that interesting, Amy? Thank you, Sarge, for the info. It is appreciated, sir. We're going to look into that for sure.
Always Steve on this account.
Always. I kind of thought it was, but I just didn't want to be rude just in case Dan popped up. I know Dan's got a different name, so appreciate you, Steve. And let's see, who was the other again? Just to be safe, Mrs. Robin Latham. I appreciate that as well. All right, guys. Those help me so very much to keep this up and running for you guys.
Hello, Cindy Ann.
Welcome, Miss Cindy. Again. All right, we got it. Yeah, you ain't lying, Miss Amy. You are not lying. All good, Sylvia. Rare form is always good form. All right, guys. So we're gonna check this out here first. Okay, this is kind of interesting to me. Mainly because everything on here says no. And right here in bold writing, as you can see, which makes no sense to me. We're not going to check those heads these came from. What?
Well, that's what Sleuthy wrote.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what?
What?
Because if you look over here, send to lab, needs testing, send to lab, needs testing, send to lab, and all of this stuff before we even look into it. Everything in here is checked no. Why? Why are they not testing anything? Isn't that what we're supposed to do when we do these things?
Well, then, I mean, what would be the point of collecting it if you're not going to test it?
Right. There's my point. Okay, so this is Washington State University Police Department. When they went in and did the, can you read this? Because I can't. Are you able to see it?
Let me get my screen up here bigger.
Sorry, folks. My glasses need replaced, and whoever wrote this must not have graduated from first grade. So,
yeah. Possible hair. Hold on. First one says possible animal hair.
Okay.
Next one, possible hair, something of shower, bathroom, I think. Wall of shower in bathroom.
Wait a minute.
Tile.
I can read that. Possible animal hair strand under computer pad on desk in northeast bedroom. Wow.
Oh, you got that one. Okay, so we did the second one. Next one is possible hair.
East wall of shower in bathroom on tile.
Possible.
I can't read these. Now, folks, just so you guys know, this is the collection log from everything that they collected from his apartment and in Pullman, okay? Let's see. Quantity was 1 for the first. Item number 7, item number 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Each one of these things that was collected was only 1. And like I said, the second thing was a possible hair on the east wall of the shower in the bathroom on tile. Third thing was a possible hair inside drain of shower in bathroom. That could be his hair. Possible hair under computer pad on desk in northeast bedroom again, which must mean there was 2 that they found. The last thing the bottom thing, the next thing, I'm sorry, was possible hair strand from uncovered pillow, north side of bed, northeast bedroom. Okay. Computer tower from desk, northeast bedroom desk. So they took that too. Okay. Well, let's see. Oh, Lord. These might be harder. No testing to see whose hair this is. They have checked no to all of the testing on all these boxes, folks. Now, if you went, okay, this is a problem for me. And I knew this was going to be like this. I knew it. As soon as I got these documents, I looked at it, I said, yeah, I'm going to be irritated. So here's the thing. You have a suspect in custody that you go all through whatever you got to do to get a warrant to search his apartment for these things, right?
Right.
This wasn't easy. CSI workers come in, they look for this, they're pulling hair, single strand hairs out of the drain, out from underneath a mouse pad, this, that, and everything else. They're going to gather all that together and then not test any of it. What? What? Why? This is ridiculous. Yeah. I'm so sick of the stupidity that comes out of this case. Okay, so the first thing they found on this one, again, item numbers 1 through 6, 1P. Oh no, while the first one was 1 item, none of this is being tested, mind you. Type of evidence is listed as evidence. 1 nitrate type black glove in closet on north wall of entryway, lowest side.
Why would you have a glove in your closet? Just 1 at that.
Well,
Let's go test it.
they did find one glove by the garbage can at the King Road house. It was a black nitrate glove.
But we're not going to test it, see if there's any blood or saliva.
It's just a match to it. Let's test it to see if it matches the other one they supposedly found. I mean, supposed. This is all alleged, everything, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is stupid to me. Okay, number 2, Walmart receipt with one Dickies tag in closet on north wall of entry. Oh my God. Where are they? Give me my glasses.
Which one was it? The Walmart?
This is what I do when I stress out. My little Stretch Armstrong. I can't see it. Walmart receipt. Yeah, I read that one.
In closet on north wall of entryway.
West side.
West side.
Right. Okay. Then the next thing is a Marshall's receipts. There's an S on it, so there's more than one. Closet on north wall of entryway west side. That's where 2 receipts were, in the closet on the wall. Now, mind you, folks, unless he was hiding these things, unless these things were hidden where they were stuck on the wall, maybe taped to the wall, that's kind of crazy. But also understand something. When they went into this apartment to serve this warrant to find what they were looking for, when they went in, the bedroom door was locked.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I don't ever lock my bedroom door.
I don't even have a lock on my bedroom door.
Okay. But the bedroom door was locked, trying to keep somebody out of that bedroom for whatever reason. That's odd to me. They broke into room, what was not his. WSU Housing demanded locks on that. It was locked. Koberger had rented only one bedroom. Okay. Gotcha. Sergeant, not to test, maybe a black hair. Oh my God, save me. She's driving me totally insane. I want to punch the phone. Who are you talking about, Robin?
Huh?
Oh, Banfield. I gotcha. Yeah, she's hard to deal with sometimes. Thank you, Stevie. I appreciate that, brother. I hope you're having a good day today, and I appreciate you being in here. Also, you can buy 1 pair of nitrate gloves that come in a box of very many. That's true too, party. Good point, Sweetie Basic. It was the second bedroom, which wasn't leased, right? Okay. So whose bedroom was that then, Sudie? Do you know that by chance? I have a cross on my bedroom door. I got you, transporter. It wasn't his bedroom door. It was a second bedroom. So why did they go in there and look for anything then?
Right.
If it wasn't his room, then there should be. That's kind of odd to me. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Unless did they maybe suspect whoever that is involved as well?
Or maybe they thought that's a good place for him to hide stuff, that they wouldn't check there because it being an extra room that wasn't being rented.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian was only renting 1 bedroom. He didn't have access to the second. Also, they used nitro gloves in their criminology PhD classes. Right. That's kind of that makes sense. Jules Merck. It's birthday girl from yesterday. Let me annoy you even more. Let's not do a stop locally and bring him in for questioning, and let's follow him across the country instead. Yet, let's not test. What the hell? That's my point. That's exactly my point, Jules. And happy late birthday. I hope you had a great day. Nobody's room. WSU has to lock it up until roommate possibly moves in. Got you. I was telling my other half earlier today not to come near me when this case starts. She says that's fine, but you got to stop talking about it until then. Good luck with that, bud. Good luck with that one. We'll let Harris. Let's not put Kim on. Whatever. I'm just saying. I wanted to give her the option to come in here and speak what she wanted if she wanted to. but I had specific questions for her too, if I did. So there's that. Thank you, Pink. I appreciate you, dear. All right, moving on. Where were we at on this? We did Marshall's receipt. Dust container from Bissell Power Force Vacuum. Closet, north wall of entryway. East side. Possible hair strands is the next. Head of Libman broom. Oh, Libman. That's the brand. Closet, north wall of entryway, east side. Fire TV stick with cord plugged into back of Samsung TV, east wall of living room to stand, or TV stand, sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be really hard, Sarah. Welcome. What am I saying this wrong? Is it Willat? Willat Harris? If I didn't say so, my apologies. All right, let's see. Moving on. Collection of dark red spots, small flaked off surface upon touch, west of sink kitchen counter. I'm guessing that's blood, or that's what they're thinking it is. Okay. These I definitely cannot read. Welcome, Mara. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me.
Cuttings from something pillow, reddish brown stain, something side of bed, south side of bed. 2 cuttings, separate something.
Separate stains?
Maybe. Something stain tested.
What's up, Jules? Thanks for joining us, hon. I appreciate you. Both labeled C. So there's multiple stains and tests. Okay, so it was talked about. So I'm guessing this is what it is. That there's multiple blood stains that were being pulled. But does anybody in here have any idea why they're not testing this? Jules, you have the schooling background. I want to know, why are they not testing this? I don't know. I don't get it. I want somebody to explain to me why this isn't being tested.
Didn't it say? Oh, I guess that without testing it, they can't actually say it was blood by the sink, but yeah.
Right. I just don't understand why. I don't get it. Why are they not testing? This was the last one as far as this went. Mattress cover on Northburn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, none of it's being tested. Doesn't make sense to me.
Well, most people think it's because of the transfer of evidence or being told that it was collected by WSU. And they weren't the ones testing anything, and it was being sent over to Moscow for testing. But
okay.
ISP was there. So it's a little odd that there was the whole chain of custody mess to begin with. ISP was there. Why didn't they
just take it? Yes.
Yeah.
That's weird. She's trying to say hi to everybody, and she said, hi, everyone else. Hope you're all having a good Friday. Right. Thank you, Jules. Was this apartment furnished? I think it was. I think they were rented out like that, I believe.
That was my question, Molly. Why even take it if you're not going to test it?
Right. Why didn't ISP do the why didn't they do the forensics on it then? Or if that's the case, if they were sending it to Moscow or whatever they did, why didn't Moscow come over and do it then? The chain of command doesn't make any sense to me at all. That's too much changing hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the other one was locked by WSU because it was vacant. It had nothing to do with Brian.
So that, yeah, I gathered that. Thank you, Jules. When I watched your video, based on what you had said as far as the possibility that Emma was the DoorDash driver, you make a very good point. I was thinking about it in a different frame of mind, I guess. Hold on a minute. ISP was there. There was no reason for it to even be logged by anyone else. Good point. That's my thought. For another team to help, sure. But for it to be collected, ISP should have done it. That's my thought. Because they were the ones that were, yeah, thank you. Second bedroom. If you're not going to test anything, why bother taking any of it? Well, supposedly they were sending it somewhere else to be tested, which is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand this. Ann Taylor also went in that apartment with investigators. Did I read right in the documents? I didn't get to that point yet, but we're going to. Amanda Meow says yes and went twice. So I'm sure she did. But what I was saying, Jules, is with what you had said about the DoorDash thing with Emma Bailey, blah, 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 and all that stuff. The reasons why I wasn't, I want to just make it known that I'm not saying that I believe that for sure. I'm just saying it's another speculative theory that could be out there because according to JLR, he contacted her family. They said she was a DD driver and the DUI happened in February. So she had the availability to do what she did then. But here's the thing. The audio that we heard from the interview with whoever that woman was interviewing Cheech and Chong at Jack in the Box, we don't know exactly when that was. So if that was shortly after November, then it would make more sense. If it wasn't, then I'm gonna have to say no, it doesn't. So I agree with you on that side of that Jules, 100%. Yeah, WSU wasn't responsible for the testing, so it kind of makes sense for their paperwork to look like this, but it wasn't necessary. Right. It seems like a waste of time and resources in a sense, I took that part back. That's the part I retracted because after I learned some more, I removed it and I placed a community post there. Oh, I didn't see it, hon. And it's okay. I just wanted to put it out there you made me rethink myself by your video. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Right. And that was the thing is we don't know exactly when that interview was done. Was it the week after November 14th or was it, and when they were saying that she was off for a while and then she came back, was she off for 3 days? Was she off for a week? Was she off for a month? And that all those little details is what we could know to figure it out. And then when I had heard that her parents said that, and again, I don't mind saying this. I don't put a whole lot of heart into what JLR says. Maybe a little, but not a whole lot. Okay, that's just me. So, we got to go with facts, and that's more like what I would like. But I don't want to get any big, huge speculative thing going with that. I just thought it was something to think about. I mentioned that part of the retraction. We have no clue when those were recorded. She could have stopped and went back all before that. Right, exactly. That was kind of my thought. Oh, where we go? Well, it would have been after he was arrested because employees said his name. Correct. Good point. Very good point. Thank you, Jules. I don't put much into it, either him or the whole rep. Thank you. Good point, dear. Good point. Okay. No problem. Medicated Mama, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Extra points to him, if so. Right. I came from Jules' video. Well, thanks for joining us, Medicated. I appreciate you. And again, Jules, thanks for sending people this direction. I really do appreciate it. So that's what we got with this, guys. Again, I still feel like this changed too many hands. Okay, I really do. Like, I don't think this needed to be done like this. And I think when that kind of thing happens, when there's too many people involved in something like this, that's where mistakes come from. That's where things get lost. And we need to have the people directly involved in this case doing this. We don't need 35 other people to be involved in it. I wonder if Brian shopped at Gabe's. It's very possible. Very possible. Thank you, Stevie. I appreciate that, brother. I really do. As do you and your brother over there, man. You guys do a great stuff. Last night was great. I had a blast. I was laughing my brains out, dude. It was great. Let's see. Joel says, I'm 22 inactive. Bottom line is they had 40 something FBI on the case from jump. FBI should have had jurisdiction all along. 100%, Joel. Because when you bring FBI in, what's the point if they're not going to take charge of the case? And there is where, their intelligence needs to be handling this. Their, I can't think of the right words at this point, but their experience should have been handling this from the point. We don't need 3 different ISP, Moscow, FBI. We don't need WSU. We don't need that many people doing this. That bothers me. It really bothers me because that's where I think mistakes things get lost in translation, things get lost in general, and that's where I think mistakes come from. It just bothers me. It really does. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Let's make this as easy as we can. No, we're going to make it as hard as we can. Of course, I want to be here most of the time. I definitely want to be hanging out here. Absolutely, dear. And I appreciate it. I really do. You have no idea how much we appreciate it. Miss Brandy is saying, if any new members are having issues with the sauce Discord, please get with me. I'll drop personal Facebook and invite you. Salty is, if Salty's in here, I don't see him. They had left a message in the community page, I believe, or in the comment section. So I hope that you can get them set up too. I like to watch Delaire eating because my wife has That was great. That was great. So I don't know, folks. I don't know. Welcome back, Mama Bear. Again, everybody, I did have a short-lived conversation with Kim yesterday, WSU Kim, and I told her, this is what I think of what you're doing in your scenario. I told her it takes courage to do what you're doing, and I respect that, so on and so forth. And I said, if you, I gave her the option because she said she wants to speak on every platform she can. And your questions that we're going to ask you. And, if you answer them, you do. If you don't, then you don't. I absolutely understand that, and I gave respect to that and 100% gave her my information. So we'll see what happens. Because I'm curious. I would like to have my own personal conversation with her. With us. That's my thought on it. Okay, so we're done with this WPD evidence thing. And where are the other documents now? Sorry. And I'd like for you to be here as well, Jules, even if you're on panel with us, so that you can actually verbally ask questions. I would love that. I really would. Because like I said, I want us to be able to break down certain questions that we want to ask and just get them out there, All right, folks. Again, just to give you, for those of you that haven't seen any of this stuff, that's why I'm doing this for you today. If you have, just to say, hey, absolutely. I would absolutely do that, my dear. You know that. All right, so state of Ohio, this is the versus Brian Koberger, defendant's third supplemental request for discovery. How many pages are in this, Mama Bear? Is there just one? Motives.
Sure. 2.
Right. Can you confine her and not let her talk about her and her motive? Well, that's why I said there would be some civic questions to ask for the answers, and there you go. Please take notice. This is the cover page for the. Where did it go? I can't see it. I wish I could find my glasses. Standard lab discovery, biological testing case file. Yeah. Okay. And hold on.
Chain of custody and current disposition of evidence. Profiles uploaded to a DNA database. Data files.
Documentation of all uploads, including interpretation, data files, statistical calculation, defendant's third supplemental. Okay. And I think that's it for that. All right. Do we have any more documents?
Nicole said this one is very specific. She said very interesting the things she's asking for. She said this one is 5 pages. Was there 5 on there? Or just the 2?
I only seen the 2.
All right. I sent you a message earlier that I thought maybe what I got wasn't.
Yeah, I only saw the 2.
All right. Hold on.
She's requesting all, thank you, Medicated. She's requesting all the genealogy work. Bam, even Ann Taylor is questioning the chain of custody, just like we all just did. It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. And it makes me wonder. Now, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here, real quick. But why? Like, it just makes it look, it makes it look shady, folks. It really makes it look shady to me. In this scenario, it does. Are you taking off, Steve? All right, brother. I appreciate you jumping in here and for the super chat, bro. Thank you so very much. We do appreciate you and your brother, guys, and your channel, guys. You'll probably see some of us over there tonight somewhere along the line. So have a great day, bro.
All right. You want me to just share them? Or you want me to email them to you?
Go ahead. If it's easier for you just to do that, you can. I'll just click it and bring it up and we'll go for it. Documents.
Oops. Gotta fix my screen here. Hold on.
Yeah, it's always a good time over there, Jules. Always a good time.
You got it?
Yeah, Robin, we'll put the link up for them here in a minute. Molly, if you could put the publicly buzz link back up again, hon, I appreciate it. All right, let me move this. There we go. Okay. And blow it up. All right, there you go. You're in control.
All right. You want me to just read it?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Biological testing case file. Please provide a complete copy of the case file, including all records made by each laboratory in connection with biological testing in this case, including biological screening, serological testing, presumptive testing, microscopy, and DNA testing, including statistical calculations. Please provide photographic quality copies of all photographs in the original case file, including photographs of evidence. Electronic copies of photographs are acceptable. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Chain of custody and current disposition of evidence. Please provide copies of all records that document the treatment and handling of biological evidence in this case from the initial point of collection up to the current disposition. This information should include documentation that indicates where and how the materials were stored, temperature and type of container, the amount of evidence material that was consumed in testing, the amount of material that remains, and where and how the remaining evidence is stored. In the event that the chain of custody spans several different agencies or laboratories, please address this request to each agency and/or laboratory that handled said items. Profiles uploaded to a DNA database. In the event that the case involves the upload of a DNA profile to either a local, state, or national database, please provide all documentation maintained by the testing laboratory, including documentation maintained by combined DNA index systems, personnel within the laboratory, including profiles that have been identified as unknown males, not the defendant. 3.1, documentation of all uploads, including interpretation and or deconvolutions of mixed profiles, handwritten notes, spreadsheets, match estimator results, upload forms, and CODIS search forms. 3.2, for each hit, please provide match detail reports and long-form candidate match reports for the hit or hits, including partial hits and hits that are dispositioned to be non-matching, even if the laboratory has dispositioned a profile as a hit. 3.3, any state manuals regarding the use of the SDIS and NDIS database systems. Any hits made to any profile uploaded, even if the hit on individuals not the defendant and deemed to not be candidate matches, including hits to any unknown males identified via testing.
Okay, so she wants everything, anything, all the things, everything, anything. Imagine.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I kind of figured that was going to happen, but damn. You know what I mean?
Great. Read which part, Jules, hun?
What's up? I missed. Hold on. In that statement of fact that several unknown male profiles were received. That's what I was wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a statement of fact that several unknown males? Because if you read through that, the way that was worded, it said even if they were not such and such, right?
Including hits to any unknown males identified via testing.
Any and every and more, right? So there we go. So they're saying that there's other male DNA.
Sounds like it, because at the top it also says including profiles that have been identified as unknown males, not
Right.
the defendant.
Did I just see Bongo in here?
What? Bongo?
Somebody said hi, Bongo.
Oh, yep, Bongo the twerking dog.
Even like, thank you so much, Bongo. I appreciate that very much. I love that name, Bongo the twerking money dog. The other day it was Bongo the twerking money dog. It was hilarious.
Oh.
Not unknown profiles, unknown male profiles. Right. That's what I'm saying. They're specific to male.
Mm-hmm.
That says something. You know what I mean? That's kind of interesting if you think about it. So there's more than one male profile that they're looking at. And there was only one other male at the scene, the crime scene itself, Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
What would they do with unknown DNA? They would separate it from the known DNA, Mara. That way it would tell. Okay, so if we have Ethan's DNA, then we have Koberger's DNA. If there's more profiles for other male DNA, who does that belong to and why? Why is it there? You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're going to separate it from the suspect as well as the victim, and then we have that left. An unknown DNA suggests another possible killer or probable cause. Correct. Thank you, Sarge. That was where I was going next.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I don't know that they've actually run it through CODIS. I don't know, because it's just saying of all uploads. So I don't know, because the wording's funny to me. So
yeah, let's see. Wait. They would take what they actually have on file labeled with names and then delete them from the sample, which would just leave only what they needed to have. Correct. They did no hits. Okay. Not probable cause, reasonable doubt. I understand. I knew what you meant. The terminology doesn't. I get it, Sarge. You're good.
From the sheath through database.
Yeah, they said they ran the one from the sheath through database and nothing hit. Again, this is what I'm saying. These are the reasons why we are out here doing what we're doing, guys, because none of this fits. It doesn't fit. we've been sitting here for months like a 3-year-old child with that stupid thing with a round peg trying to put it in a square hole because it doesn't go.
All
It
right,
just
ready to
doesn't fit.
proceed?
No gets doesn't mean anything. Dies the jukes. Yeah, go for it, hon. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I just want to make sure you was done with your rant.
Yeah, gotta love my rants. Those are important, you know. They are important. It absolutely is. Save me. It's a huge mess. That's all it is.
Yep.
Did they run all unknown males in criminal data? I'm guessing that they did, JX. From what I understand, based on the wording, I think so. Yes. Hold on a minute, Mama Bear. I'm sorry. Robin, yes, that's what I mean. Cinderella slipper door to door. I'm saying there is going to be other male DNA in the house. So there should be a ton of DNA in the house from other males. But what is going to do not create him? But see, here's the difference, though. And tell me if I'm wrong, Jules. The type of DNA in the house is what they're going to do to separate it. Like if there's blood DNA is different than like a hair strand, or not to be gross, but
Skin cells or
skin cells or certain body fluids. They're going to be able to differentiate what this is and what that is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's the case, if they're running it based on all DNA, are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me, because everybody in Moscow is probably going to show up in that house.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. Yes, if there's blood or semen, it's going to take higher priority than sweat or hair. Absolutely. That's what I thought. Yeah. Now, Sarge says, what about other possible DNA on the knife sheath? That's what I want to know. Because I'm going to venture to say, because of where the knife sheath was, it's going to have Maddie's blood on it. It's going to have probably Kaylee's blood, along with, they said, the touch DNA from Koberger, whatever. I want to know if there is anything else on that. Truthfully, they can separate the DNA. There's no problem with that. Welcome, Jerry. It's a human piece. Why do you guys think it took them 9 days to process that crime scene? 9 days. With multiple people in there.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I don't want to drag that for you.
What?
Asking for discovery 3 times and zilch. That tells me they don't have any. That kind of sounds like it, Jules. Welcome, don't dive. Good to have you here. Wouldn't they have to run all that? Yeah, that's my thought, Diane. Jules said yes. That's what I thought. I mean, you'd have to run it all, every bit of it, to be able to differentiate what's what.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to go because we're only on page 2 of 5.
No. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Unless you want to be here till 8 o'clock tonight. Just kidding. Okay, data files. Please provide copies of all computer data files created in the course of performing the DNA testing and analyzing the data in this case, i.e., both raw data and processed data. These data files should include all sample files, project files, matrix files, size standard files, and analysis method files. In the event that a particular data file cannot be produced, please provide name of said file with explanation of non-production.
Right.
Okay.
I'm sorry, real quick. Yeah, there have been cases of cross-contamination after evidence collection. It's rare, but not as rare as it should be. And with a case like this, I would venture to say that that's going to be very possible with all the DNA that they have to deal with. I just wanted to say that. So, good point, Jules. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's okay. Statistical calculations. Please provide a copy of all statistical calculations undertaken with regard to DNA testing in this case, including standard statistical tests, database match probability calculations, and statistical calculations that were undertaken using software programs performing statistical calculations, such as probabilistic genotyping programs. Please provide information for all analysis undertaken. including those that were not used or were not reported. These materials should include. Okay, some of our tongue twisters now.
Yeah, I agree, Joel. She probably did, I'm sure. And I'm gonna say something else real fast, and then I will shut up for a while. I think personally, this is just my opinion. Honest to God, and I'm not saying this to accuse anybody or to be accusatory at all. But at this point, with the contamination on this crime scene, in my opinion, they need to pull DNA from anybody that was there. I don't care if you're law enforcement, if you were a parent, if you were this, if you were that. They need to pull all DNA from anybody that was on that site. Period.
Mhm.
Okay, and then they can cross check everything they need to. This is a nightmare. This whole thing is a nightmare. Okay, but I really feel that they need to do that. That's the only way that they're going to eliminate people the way they need to and move on. Otherwise, it's a mess. It is a complete and total mess. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm sorry. It's just these things bug me, and I have to speak. If I don't,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up.
You're fine.
Anyway, moving on. Go ahead.
All right. The materials should include list of software programs used, including version number, reference population, allele frequencies used for the analysis, all handwritten or electronic notes pertaining to the analysis, any electronic data files that were generated for inputting genetic information into a software program, all documents and electronic data files generated by the software program, all input and operator selected parameters used for the analysis, any instructions given to the operator of the software program with regard to input and operator selected parameters to be used for the analysis. Whoa.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay, communications.
You want me to read some?
Sure, go for it.
You'd have to blow it up a little bit more so I can see, because I don't know where my glasses went at all. Hold on. They got to be around here somewhere. I just had them on yesterday, I thought. Did they fall over here? They were right here. I know where they were. I just can't see. Did they get? They must have got moved. That's much. Hold on.
Is that big enough?
Where'd you leave off at?
Communications.
Please provide a copy of all communications between laboratory personnel and other party with regard to biological testing. In this case, including letters, memos, emails, text, records, or telephone conversations. These materials should include communications with regard to outsourcing of DNA testing, statistical calculations, and DNA profiles uploaded to a database. Yeah. So whoever was that said that she's going deep, yes, she's going super deep. And we knew this, guys. We knew, first of all, the type of woman that this is, not the type of woman, the type of attorney this is, is what I was trying to say. She doesn't play. Okay. She's like doing her job to the fullest extent that she possibly can, which is why I said way long time ago that prosecution is going to fight tooth and nail to make their case with this woman being this attorney. This is why right here, everybody, you see it. Okay. Yeah, hold on. They should have did that already. Sounds more and more like blame, Koberger, and cover up. Like Concalva's family said, they eliminated too many people too soon. That's a fact. They did. I agree with that. Sorry, Jules. Where'd it go? See, she wants their text messages, the lab texts. Got you. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Text, resumes, evaluations. She wants it all. Right. And she's going to pull everything. And when I say everything, guys, like toenail clippings, if she has to, everything you can think of, she's going to take it. And because it's all going to mean something. It really is. She wants stuff she forgot to ask for too. That's a fact. That's a fact, Robin. No lie. Ellie had moved the chairs in front of the sliding doors. They were supposed to touch anything in that house.
Mari, his attorney's just all about winning.
Well, at this point, in this type of a case, if there's even a doubt, okay, even a slight reason of a doubt that he's innocent, she's going to be all over that, guys. And because as I told you guys before, if Ann Taylor can do this and exonerate this kid, do you realize who she's going to turn into from there? Not to mention they're going to probably burn Moscow to the ground, but still, like, she's going to be Johnny Cochran or whoever you want to call that at that point. She's going to be important.
Yep.
So anyway, moving on. Sorry. BK maybe safer in jail. And that's true, because here's the facts. Understand this part of this too. If he gets off, because there's so many people that have him guilty, convicted, and in the chair already, okay? If he gets exonerated for this, they're going to have to disappear him somewhere for a while, because there's those people think he did this regardless of what the scenario is, regardless of what evidence proves. Bye. You better go hide, because they will come after you. They're still going to pitchfork and blow, torches and pitchforks is all the way. I'm telling you. So I don't know. I don't know. I said this morning, and I'm going to continue to say this. There's too many things that show that he is somehow connected to this. I'm not saying that he is the only person that was involved in this, but there's something that he's connected to with this case, or they would have what they have. Okay. I don't fully believe that he is completely innocent by any means, but I don't believe that he did all of this all by his own little self, because I just don't. Okay. I don't at all. And that's that. So, validation summaries. Please provide a copy of validation summaries.
Go back one. Standard operating
protocol. I think you already moved it. I was looking at that like you didn't move it, but you did.
Sorry.
You're all right. My fault. Please provide a copy of the standard operating protocols. There it is. There it is right there. Okay. And I think that whole thing with the EMS that we were talking about, standard operating procedure for any scenario, there's a book. It's like this thick, okay? When I was in fire service, it's literally this thick. There's actually more than one. And each page has, you do this, then this, then this, then this, then this, and on and on. And that is standard operating protocol. If it's not followed to the T, she can use that against this.
Yep.
And that whole thing with the fact that EMS did not go in to call time of death or any of that kind of stuff, even before the coroner gets there, they can use that. She will use that, as we're seeing, okay? So that's why she's asking for all this stuff. SOP interpretation guidelines relied upon to perform and interpret the testing in this case, including serological testing, as well as all subsequent versions of these documents. Interpretations guidelines should include those that address 1, peak detection thresholds, 2, stochastic thresholds, 3, interpretation of mixed samples, 4, declaration of inclusions, exclusions, and inconclusive findings, 5, policies for reporting results and statistics, and 6, software programs used to perform biostatistical calculations such as probabilistic genotyping programs. If used in this case, please include any applicable memos concerned with deviations from established procedures. For any probabilistic genotyping program used, please provide standard operating procedures, including any user manuals from the provider and any memos regarding updates to the software. She wants everything. And I mean everything. If there have been software updates in the system that's processing this, she wants it. She wants the old software. She wants everything there is that touches anything that has to do with this case, guys. I'm not lying.
Yes, she does.
I mean, everything. God, I feel bad for the people that have to provide this to her, too. Validation summaries. Please provide a copy of validation summaries for internal validation studies undertaken to establish the interpretation guidelines relied upon in this case. Wow. Including the studies, the address, peak detection thresholds, stochastic thresholds, and interpretation of mixed samples. Please include validation summaries for any probabilistic genotyping program used in the event that an enhanced detection method was used in this case. Please provide a copy of the validation summary for said method. Okay, so basically what that kind of says is if they did a very basic test on something, and then they did an advanced test on something, and then they did a little bit of a further advanced test, and then they did the very, most advanced test, she wants all of that, every single bit of it, okay? Piece by piece by piece, guys. So if they said, okay, well, we did this basic test, but we went ahead and did this one, and we got the final result from this one, they want everything in between there too. Period. So, and she's not going to let that go. Not at all. Bethany saw a man with no clothes who was Hispanic or black. That is, in my opinion, her exculpatory evidence. Hey, I can agree. Please note this is a request for the summaries, not the complete validation studies. Okay, well, that's good. So it's only going to be the summary version. It's not going to be the complete and total validation study. So that's easier, I guess, per se. Laboratory personnel, please provide background information for each person involved in conducting or reviewing the DNA. See, she wants all of it. She wants it all. Hey, Saluthi, good to see you, hon. Thanks for joining us again. Sorry for all the confusion the other day. And so she wants everybody that's touching this stuff to you guys, everybody and anybody. And she look, it says provide background information for each person, everybody and anything that comes from that, all of their background. All of it. She needs to know who is who and who is what.
Mm-hmm. You're on the next page.
All right. Joel says all of this, and they still didn't allow the DNA from the sheath to be used in the PCI. I don't understand that either, Jules. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, does it just doesn't make sense to me at all. All right. Hold on. Unexpected results and corrective actions. For each laboratory that performs DNA testing in this case, please provide copies of the laboratory's logs of unexpected results and corrective actions. The logs should be provided for the first time period beginning 6 months before the start of testing and ending 6 months after the completion of testing. So all the logs that this involve, they want it all, from all the way out to here, from all the way before here, just to ensure that they're getting the right thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Welcome, Nikki. Good to see you. Y'all are forgetting this is Brian's forte and masters. This is him as much as her. It probably is. I'll be honest with you. He's probably saying because he knows too, but I'm going to venture to say this is more Ann Taylor than him.
Right.
Right. Where did I go? Sorry, I stopped talking. Okay. Documentation should be provided for unexpected result events that arose due to mechanical, chemical, and or analyst operations, including contamination. There's going to be that. The presence of extraneous DNA, sample handling errors, and other reason. The logs should be provided for all laboratory personnel. Again, not just the analysts who perform the testing in this case. Please note this is a request for the logs themselves, not just for entries within the logs that pertain to this case. The reason why they're asking for that, for those of you that don't understand all of this, okay, because they want to make sure that nobody that's involved in this has any kind of connection to the case, to anybody involved in the case, to anything that was involved with anybody that was involved. I mean, it's that deep, guys. Genetic genealogy testing and search. My mouth is starting to hurt.
I can read.
Excuse me. Mr. Mojo, good to see you. don't wonder why the prosecution was holding back evidence from defense. That's a good point and a good question. Uh, what did Sleuthy say? Did I miss something up here?
Yeah.
Oh, what they'll be able to see. Sorry. What they'll be able to see within the 6 months after is if they stopped looking for matches of other own. Right. That's a good point. Uh, Matches of other unknown DNA in the home after they arrested him, folks. So if you guys understand what that means. Welcome, Michelle Epple. Good to see you. I have a lot of respect for Anne. She will make sure if he is innocent or guilty proof. She is also making sure if it's not Koberger, the families need justice. But amen to that one. Yeah. Again, guys, that's what we're looking for, and that's the end result: is true justice for these victims and their families. Meaning that the I always say that the persons that are responsible for this get what they actually deserve, and that these kids finally have a voice. Okay, because that's what we're doing with this. So I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Was the lab in Lundbrook? Lundbach? It was Houston. Okay. Diane Draper pings and traffic camera footage they refuse to show us. Yeah, that's bothering, to be honest with you. And I'd like to know why they refuse. And bushy eyebrows. Right. Okay. Moving on.
All right. You want me to read for a while?
Yeah, if you would actually, if you'll excuse me for a second, I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Genetic genealogy testing and search. All reports generated by any lab that conducted SNP testing on any sample in this case, including from samples where unknown males, not the defendant, were identified. Copies of all communications between laboratory personnel and any other person or organization with regard to the instant case, including letters, memos, emails, internet posts, press releases, and records of other communications, including communications with regard to any DNA profile uploaded to any public or private DNA database. All documentation associated with any database search, including but not limited to CODIS, NDIS, GED match, family tree DNA, and or felon databases, case sample databases, missing persons databases, and internal quality assurance databases. The documentation should include, but is not limited to, the input profile, the input search parameters, the search output, all reports, all correspondence, and any follow-up actions. Wow. All documents related to any genetic genealogy search, including, but not limited to, the creation of a user profile or profiles, accounts, information, automated search results, uploading of data, all queries, and search results from any private or public data bank or banks, family tree information, and all other documents, reports, notes, or other communications pertaining to genealogy DNA database searches. All documents related to any genetic genealogy investigation, including but not limited to additional collection and or testing of DNA samples, notes of any interviews, documents obtained related to ancestry, and or recommendations for further testing. All documents related to the comparison of any DNA samples collected during the genealogy investigation to crime scene evidence. Whew. Wow. All right, number 7, the name, address of all persons found to have sufficient sharing centimorgans with the subject profile to be identified as a match in the report created in this case. Wow. That was a lot.
You want me to take over?
That might be it. That's it. That's all.
Alrighty then. Welcome, Sentinel. What was that? Any bets that Meghan Marshall or recuse? Huh. I've wondered about that, honestly. It's very possible. I already think that they're going to have. Who in here thinks that they're going to have issues with a venue for this, and issues finding a jury for this? Truthfully,
aren't they taking it out of?
They're going to have to probably go to Boise, in my opinion. And still, how are you going to pull a jury on this? There's people in the other side of the world that know about this case. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm curious for that.
Yeah, I thought I heard them say that they were going to change it or try to.
Well, you know what, Friday? Here's the thing. Yesterday when I played what I played in here, I don't know if you were in here or not, Friday. You might not have been. There was that interview that was done with whoever that woman was with, I call him Cheech and Chong at Jack in the Box, okay? Because that's what they reminded me of. And they asked if she asked them if they knew who the DoorDash driver was. They said, yeah, I don't know her name, but I talked to her not that long ago. It's a girl with long dark hair, black hair, something like that. Long black hair, okay? And then they said it was weird how she ordered and picked it up like that for herself or something in that realm, okay? And that made me stop and go back and listen to it again because that is weird. It doesn't work that way. You can't pick your driver, and the drivers don't order that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's ordered by the company, and then the driver just picks it up as it's sent out. So she ordered, picked up, and delivered all on her own. That's odd. It really, really odd. I looked up last night, how Jack in the Box does that for them, how Hardee's does it, how McDonald's does it, and then I also looked up how DoorDash does it. That's not how that works, folks. So that one specific incident was special to that scenario, okay? And I want to know why. That's an issue. That's an issue. Well, okay, and I was not, once again, no, Xana didn't order. That's the thing, okay? They said she ordered it and dropped it off, which was really odd, but they were yes, they were bubble brains, Jules, you're fact. That's why I call them Cheech and Chong, because they were kind of like, like that. The second guy wasn't as bad, but you can direct dial a friend who dashes. That's still, why so personal with it? You know what I mean?
Hey, Willow.
Any notice prosecutor has nothing on anything bringing it in to do cell phone extraction for tracing steps of Richard or of defendant or victims. Okay, yeah, I didn't. That definitely. I was thinking what I was going to say, and I was getting ready to mention. Also, you guys don't forget that she hired Richard Batonti, if I ever pronounce it correctly, and he is probably the best that you can put your hands on in this point. So, if there's something to find, he's gonna find it. Okay. Now, going back to the whole thing that we were talking about yesterday with Emma Bailey and very, just something to think about. It was a 100% speculative theory. Okay. Nothing about it was fact at all. Typically, I don't like to do that. But after it was talked about, it did come out that such and such a person spoke to her parents and they did say she was a DoorDash driver. That's what put that icing on the cake for me in that sense, to make me think a little bit harder on that, folks. It was definitely interesting. And again, Richard Batonti does have a huge track record of exonerations, folks. And there's not too many public defenders that have those. She should not be a public defender, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Mm.
And I thought that it was odd that Xana's name was on the bag. Well, and see, here's the thing, Diane. I'm not going to say that that bag alone was what they got. Okay. I'm
Right.
not. That bag looked old and beat up. Jules even commented on it. There was a Starbucks coffee cup that looked like it was there from the day that Starbucks first opened. I mean,
There was like a pot or something that the dirt was tipped over and the dirt was all over the sink.
Right. I mean, this stuff was a mess. It did not look like it had been there for 24 hours. Okay. People have mentioned that DD could be the screen for right. And here's a reason why I even thought about that. That has happened here where I'm the state that I live in a lot of ways. And it's used for that. And it's used in both variations of it. It's used to pick things up from certain places where they will put in an order. The DoorDash driver goes there, okay, to drop the food off. And instead, they're picking something up.
Drop the food off.
Right. They're picking something up and taking it somewhere else. And it goes the other way, too. It's happened a lot here at where I'm at. So I'm not going to put it past doing it there, too, you know. I reiterated that in my last video. That bag does not look like right. That's why I went with that too, Jules, because the bag looks like it was there maybe a week or so before this even happened, guys. But maybe they keep a bag there for something like that. Who knows? Maybe that bag has been used over and over and over again. We don't know that either. I'm sure, I would hope, since we've had all what we just read, I'm sure that that bag was tested. And if it wasn't, then that's just stupidity. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Yes, even Chief convicted BK in public. Yeah, right. That is a due process violation. Chief's wife is court clerk. Well, that's not surprising. Friday says, I suspect that the DoorDash delivery woman was a drug courier, dealer, and DoorDash was how she had her clients Okay, listen, guys. Once again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not the rabbit hole guy. I don't like rabbits, okay? I stay out of the hole anytime I can. But when you sit and watch something happen in front of your face, we all sat and watched her on the DS. I slowed it down to almost nothing. You literally watched her grab for a tissue, go back over behind her body, lean way up as if she's reaching down in to grab something out of the booty cakes, okay? Because that's what she did. She rolled it up and leaned over and looked to make sure and put it in a garbage can. And then she checked on it again. And then she had some kind of look of satisfaction on her face.
Mm.
She was so cooperative and nice during the entire scenario. That was hard to believe. Sorry, I couldn't think of nothing better to say. It just came out that way. So anyway, that happened. And then she's in the car, which blew my mind that they gave her phone back, but whatever, I guess it happens. And she's talking to, I want to call it her mother, saying, do you have a key? I need you to go into the house, into my safe. She's 22 years old and has a safe. That's one thing. And take $500 and take a little bit more for yourself for your troubles. Are you serious? What 22-year-old kid has $500 plus cash in a safe in their house? That's hard for me to accept. It just is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, what are you doing to make that kind of money in college? So there's that. Okay. She has nice jewelry. She was wearing leather pants that night. Whatever. I don't know if those are expensive, but they seem to be. She's in a nice car. She had a nice phone. Like, this is not a poor kid at 22 years old that's fighting her way through college. I'm sorry, but no.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a college student? Okay, well, she was over 21. I thought she was in college because that's why she lived out that way, but it wasn't her first rodeo. That I agreed with, because that's something else too, Diane. I'm glad you said that, because the whole time she's on the phone during the entire scenario with this officer, if you paid attention to her, and her body language and the way she acted, she had pretended to be dumb to the whole situation. And multiple times she said, I've never been arrested before. I don't know what to do. How does this go? How does that go? Blah, blah, blah. But then when they got to the station, he said, it's probably going to be at least 2 more hours. And she said, because we got to go through booking. How did you know that if you've never been through this before? Little things like that is what I was looking at, okay? And I'm pretty sure she's been through it or knows how it goes, okay? That's all I'm saying, folks. I'm not trying to be the conspiracy guy. I'm just telling you it was awful interesting to me.
Sudie, I'm not surprised by anything anymore at this point.
She was born and raised there, but wasn't a student. She mentioned it in. Okay, I missed that part of it. I'm sorry, but thank you for the info, Jules. I appreciate that. And she knew like the whole layout of the Koufax. Yeah, she was explaining the. I'm gonna call it her mom. I don't know, but I'm gonna say it was her mother. She explained the entire layout on how to get into Koufax jail to do the bailout. Okay. My son is 24 and has thousands in his safe, but he owns his own business. Good point, Diane. Good point. It could be possible, folks. It could be, okay, but it's very rare. I'm just saying it's rare, and it's kind of an odd scenario. And if you're that successful at that age to have where you have a safe and you have a stack of money in there, then good for you. I'm just saying, out of 5 kids that age, one's gonna be, in that mix. It's not going to be that many of them. That's all I was saying. It's kind of odd. The guy Emma Bailey was with, Mr. Demetrius Robinson, he is connected to a rave DJ named Mr. Proper, which is tied to organized drug crime. That is a fact. I did know that. And thank you, Don't Dive. Again, I also heard more. And when she means organized drug crime, she's talking in regards to cartel stuff, okay? We've heard a lot about cartel stuff over the past few months, actually over the past year with multiple cases. I'm not going into that mix with that. I'm not saying that that's what this is, but I'm not saying it's not either, okay? Kelly says she was prepared as soon as they pulled her car over. Her pants were open and when she first stepped out of the car. She was already stuffing what she stuffed down her pants. We knew that as soon as she saw the lights. Probably as soon as she saw the car, the cruiser, she probably did it. And I'm just saying, guys, that's how I feel about it. Mama raised him right then. Both her and BK were being watched long. Both her and BK were being watched long before anyone was murdered, even the tiniest infraction and pulled over. Good point. Well, yeah, because we all saw. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Hold on, guys. I'm going to show you this. Just in case anybody didn't see this, I'm pretty sure the whole world saw this yesterday, but this happened too. This is not that serious of a thing to pull somebody over for, but they sure as hell did on him. Not saying that this had anything to do with anything, but this was a month before this happened, okay? Before the unalivings happened, I'm sorry. Once again, always let me know what did I just do. Let me know how the audio is. My apologies. Hold on. Jesus. Slow down, Joe. All right, here we go. Exactly 1 month, right? Like to the day. All right, watch this.
Hello, I am Officer Langus. Stops being audio video recorded. I think you know why I stopped you. You ran the red light.
What actually happened was I was stuck in the middle of the intersection.
Yeah,
so
I was behind you the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, you're not supposed to enter the intersection at all for that reason, because if the light turns red, then you're stuck in the intersection, and then you run the red light. So that's the reason I stopped you. Do you have your license on you?
Yep.
you. Do you have the registration and insurance?
One thing I want to bring to everybody's attention as we're watching this is the multiple degrees that this kid has in criminal justice, criminology, and basically the law. Okay. That's all I got to say. Remember that he knows so much, but okay, moving on.
We just got this for you out.
You what?
I'm just gonna get this out for you.
Okay.
So can you, would you explain that to me? Intersection, you have to make the left. What would the appropriate thing for you to
Not-
just
You're
back up in
not
that
supposed to
situation?
block an intersection like that in Washington. So just by you blocking the intersection, that's technically a ticketable violation. And then then you're running a red light. So it's another ticketable offense. So you're not supposed to proceed into the intersection until you can go. Because a lot of people do what you just did, right? Is like you're sitting in the intersection waiting and then turns and then you're blocking. So
Yeah, there was a little bit of confusion with speeding because someone had stopped. I wasn't sure what they were doing, and then they put on their light to turn.
Mhm.
So I thought that maybe they were letting me go through.
oh
Did you see that?
no. Mm-mm.
I feel like right before I made the turn, there was someone who made a right. They didn't have their signal on, so I wasn't sure if they were just waiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I would just advise just don't enter the intersection until you can go so you don't get stuck. Let's see.
But in that situation, the best thing to do then would be back up. And not,
I don't know if there's a best
Like
thing to
that
do
could-
in that situation because you're either going to back up into somebody
Yeah.
or you're going to run a red light. So, or you're going to be sitting in an intersection.
Yeah.
There's not really a great option there.
yeah,
Mhm.
I was just slightly into the crosswalk, so
Mhm.
where I'm from Pennsylvania, we
Mhm.
actually don't have like crosswalks.
Oh,
So even if
interesting.
you're kind of slightly, there's a little bit more leeway as well. Like there are a few lines. Like there's one white line and there's another one in front.
Mhm.
Like there's like a certain
Yeah.
margin from which you can actually kind of put your vehicle, place your vehicle.
hmm
Um,
Yeah. So I know laws vary state to state, but there is a law in Washington for blocking an intersection like that, proceeding through when you don't, when you're just stalling. I forget the actual verbiage. I can find it for you, but it's like stalling, blocking an intersection.
yeah, I'm just curious about the law. I don't mean to.
Oh no, yeah, I can
not,
find
like,
it for you.
disagree with
Yeah.
anything,
hmm
but,
1 second. That looks good on a Honda.
Well, that right there was just pure old creepo right there. Did you see what he did? He as she's talking, he looks her up and down, like looked at her whole body per se, and then goes back to the paper. He's still a creep either way.
I don't see Pennsylvania registration like at all. Okay, let's see. Expires November 22nd or 2022. Okay. And
yeah, one of those is actually.
yeah, okay, that looks good. I'll hand that back to you. I'm just gonna go check your info. I'll try to find that RCW, the law for you, and I'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right. Sierra 331, code 4 driver. Last of Co, Burger, King, Ocean, Henry, Boy, Edward, Robert, George, Edward, Robert, First of Brian, Boy, Robert, Young, Adam, Nora, Middle C, Charles, date of birth 112194, Mount Washington.
337. 331, Sierra driver.
Go ahead.
Genesis license through Washington 11/2027. The vehicle is valid on a 2005 Hyundai Sonata.
Copy. It should be an Elantra. Reason.
Copy MIB, it actually says the DM, so it's my bad. Sierra 334 stopping. 334. King 568889 through Idaho. Will be stadium and Q parking lot. 1638.
I don't know what in Pennsylvania. So I'll try it up. But it's just called an RCW. So it's RCW 46.61.202. So it's no driver shall enter an intersection unless there is significant space on the other side of the intersection. To accommodate the vehicle, he is operating without obstructing the passage of other vehicles, despite any traffic control signal indications to proceed. So you had a green light, so you're thinking you can go, but you're blocking the intersection. So that's if you're ever curious in any laws in Washington, just revised code of Washington. So I'm not writing a ticket or anything like that today. I understand you're from Pennsylvania, but in the future, don't proceed through the intersection. You can't get stopped for that alone unless you can clearly just clear it right away.
Okay.
So
So that basically, I understand.
you're just supposed to wait behind the white line. Drivers do it all the time. But
it never even occurred to me that that was actually something wrong. But well, except for the fact that I was blocking the crosswalk, which is what I went through.
And states vary a lot from laws. Like Pennsylvania might not even have that law, but in Washington we do.
I'm actually just from a very rural area, so we just don't have crosswalks.
Oh,
unless I visit an area where there are crosswalks, and then it's not very frequent.
Yeah,
I do apologize if I was asking you too many questions about the law. I wasn't trying to
No, not at all. Like I understand you're not from here, so if you don't, a lot of people don't know a bunch of laws. Like I only know it because this is what I do. But if you're ever curious on any more laws, just RCW, and they can be hard to read because it's in like legal language. But hope that helps.
Definitely.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Definitely, you too.
Thanks.
All right, everybody. All right. Anyway, that happened. Okay. And like I said, he acted like he didn't know all these things, this and that, rural area or not. Like I think he knew. I think he was just kind of playing games, in my opinion. That's me. So, no, I mean, there really isn't any red flags per se. It's just I wanted to show that to people that may not have seen the fact that he was arrested like 1 month to the day before this happened. Okay. Um, Sorry, guys, my son just walked in the door. I'll say people make left turns at intersections like that all the time where I live. It happens here too. You know, I mean, she let him off. There was really no ticket, so on and so forth. So that very well could have been exactly what that was when he was just trying to get out of the ticket. And actually really did know. But the only thing I saw red flag was that he like sized her up and down, left it. It's like that's kind of creepy, but that was it really. But he's a weird person. We know he's weird. That's really all it is. So that's that. 1 week before his birthday. Yes. Yeah. Sadly, his birthday's just 2 days before mine, which creeps me out too, but whatever. So, what was said here? Let me double check to make sure you guys are. How many times many of us have been in that situation and don't have a choice because the car in front of you? Yeah. No, that does happen. That does happen a lot. Well, that's normal guy behavior, honestly. Kind of, yeah. I mean, listen, I'll be honest. I think I reacted because everybody looks at him as a creep as it is. But yeah, if you have, there's female police officers. If she was attractive, of course he looked her up and down. You know, I mean, it's a male thing. So Jules is right with that part of it. Did we not also get shown he had been pulled over a few times before the crime? Yeah, he had been, definitely. So, I mean, are they watching him at this point for something, you know, or are they not? Was this just a standard police stop? What? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows except for the police, truthfully. And I'm not gonna speculate on that either because there's nothing to prove that it was okay at this point. But there, you know, other than rumor, there's lots of rumor that he had been being watched for months before he was pulled over, you know, and so on and so forth, and before this ever even happened. So, but we don't know for sure. Twice, once in Washington and once in Idaho, in the neighborhood of King Road. Correct. As far as his pullovers, yes. I'm weird, I think. You're great. Don't dive. Don't you dare say that. Especially being from, I love your accent from down there. I love it. Love it, love it. Twice in just a few months. He just moved there over the summer. Shake my head. Right. Well, what was he doing, though, that he was getting pulled over? Like, I'd like to see all of the stops. And was it stupid infractions that he was making? Was it that he was just, you know, he didn't care about the law? Was it that he was in a hurry, he was speeding? Was it that, you know, he did that type of thing too many times? What was going on? I'd like to know. No worries, Miss Amy. Welcome back. So Mama Bear had to step away for a second. She will be right back. So at this point, guys, after going over what we went over on those documents, okay, we know for a fact the defense is going to punch hard on this one. Hard. And I mean hard, guys. As I said, once again, the prosecution is going to severely struggle with this to prove their case. Now, we don't know everything that they have, okay? I can promise you they have more than what we think they do. I can promise you. But at the same time, I can also promise you, as we've seen, that Ann Taylor has more than we think she has too. And more than prosecution probably thinks she has, okay? Amy Conway, well, I think this 106, Amy. Good Lord. And Texas, yeah, I knew Texas was bad. Texas is always hot. It's 73 here and sunny. I'm happy. I don't care. Different states, different RICO operation. That's true too, Sentinel. Possibly to obtain his DNA. Okay, so if they pulled, and that was talked about before, another reason why we watched that, just to see when they pulled him over. I don't think there was any way to get his DNA in that stop. Am I wrong? I don't think there was. Well, here's the thing: is you don't have to have a front license plate in PA. You don't have to have one here in Ohio either. They outlawed that 3 years ago. Don't ask me why, but they did. You don't need to have a front plate here or PA. So I don't know. I don't see any capabilities that she would have had if it was an undercover situation or a sting of some sort, whatever, to get DNA from him. How would they have done it? He didn't drink nothing. He didn't spit on anything. He didn't do anything, I don't think. So I don't know. Oh, Molly said she thinks he was getting pulled over because he wanted to. Like he made that happen and saw the cruiser maybe and did what he did so that she would see it. Okay. I mean, like I told you guys before, I respect and will listen to every single solitary theory, opinion, thought that you guys have on this, because there's nothing off the table as far as I'm concerned. Nothing comes off the table with this case for me until this case is over. And that means through court, tried, convicted, whoever did it's out, everything's done. That's when everything starts coming off the table with this. You don't smoke or chew gum. None of that was there. There was nothing that they could have done to get this kid's DNA at that point. Unless nothing. If he would have put the pen in his mouth, maybe, or did something. I mean, there was no pen. He didn't even sign a ticket. There was nothing. So that didn't make any sense as far as that goes. If they wanted to look at something, maybe look at his car, look inside his car, maybe that was it. I don't know. If he was suspected of some type of drug trafficking at some point, maybe. They just wanted to see what he was doing. And again, look in his car, see what he has with him. And if she'd have looked in his windows, as a cop pulls you over, they walk up behind you. They will touch your car, okay? Because now their handprint or their DNA is on your vehicle. If something were to happen, their fingerprints are on that car, okay? That's why they do that, you guys. If you ever watch any kind of videos, or if you ever stopped and you see a cop touch the back of your car as they walk up on you, that's why they do that. To leave fingerprints or DNA, whatever you want to call it, on that vehicle in case something were to happen. It proves that that police officer was near that vehicle. That's what that's all about, okay? Then she approached him. She looked in his car, I'm sure, and then they did their thing, and that was the end of it. So there's no possibility for anything other than that, in my opinion. I mean, I don't really know what reasoning behind it would be. I don't know. In my opinion, rush to make an arrest survives off the students. Yeah, that's possible too. Yeah, I got you. No, it was money cashing from new students. He must have known something they don't want him to know, or he flunked someone's kid. I mean, anything's possible. Okay. Well, all I want to know is why the car originally came back to the cop as a Sonata. I don't know that. That's weird. That it's actually, that's off. Is that another version of that vehicle? Who even makes that? Kia? Sonata? Let me look.
Yeah, it is Kia.
Kia? Okay.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Was it what the well, no, because the officer said no, it should be an Elantra. Two different companies. Maybe they work for the same company, but it's still two different companies. I'm sorry. Curious, I watched a person on YouTube saying it could be Dylan's boyfriend because the info told would somehow get her boyfriend. Is it Sean? No. Maybe Bethany will tell all. She would not want Joe by a lie. I don't think she can handle Joe. They're both Hyundais. Hyundai Sonata. You're right. Thank you.
Oh, Sedona. I was thinking Sedona. Sonata.
Yes, Sedona. That's right. Well, here's the thing. Let me see something.
That is interesting, Brandy.
You know what's weird? There was a suspect in the stabbings in CA. The suspect is a 21-year-old UC Davis student. UC played Idaho State on November 12th, 23rd. Yeah, I know. That was weird. Definitely weird. Well, I can see it now. Here's the thing. It shouldn't have came back that way. If it came back from dispatch that way, it shouldn't have. The cop, I could see making that distinction mistake, because if you look at this is silver, but it's still the same looking vehicle. That is a Sonata. That looks a whole hell of a lot like an Elantra too. You know what I'm saying? Gary says he handed her his license and registration. Is that enough to pull DNA?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's a Sonata, so I don't know. I don't know. Do we have any other documents? I don't think so.
Think so.
Maybe he had a Sonata before the Elantra, and it's a typograph. That's very possible, Dive. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. Here's the thing, though. If the plate registration was registered to the car before and it was a Sonata, and they just transferred the plate registration over, that's happened to me before.
But his car was registered in PA at the time.
PA should have known Elantra because his car wasn't registered in Washington at that time. That didn't happen until after the murders. At the traffic stop. You're absolutely correct. But like I said, if maybe they had a Sonata before, okay, and they just transferred the plate when they bought the new car, and it may have popped and then it went to the right thing. Maybe that, I don't know. I've Sonata very much. Diane said no. Kelly said, Jules, did you find the birthday interesting because of the numerology of the house or because it's a Scorpio? Kelly, the house, and his apartment number. That is point. Makes a lot of sense. It does. So does a Ford Focus. Yeah, they do. You're right. All right, guys, let me move this out of the way here. And that's it for the documents for right now. So at this point now, as we see this, and I told you guys, for those of you that were here, the newer people, maybe not so much, but the rest of you guys, yeah. As soon as this thing dropped with Bethany, and we talked a little bit, please tell me if I'm wrong, if I did not say in this next week or two, there's going to be more stuff coming out and dropping. Did I not say that?
You did say that. And
there's still going to be even more coming. I'm promising you, because we're coming up on this date per se for the supposed motion for the secret grand jury thing, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And there's going to be more stuff coming. I really feel like it. I'm almost positive on it. Okay. Just my intertwining timeline research, I saw several cars that fit the lame description they gave us. No traffic cam pits, no ring cam. Just the one from the gas station was released. I absolutely agree. I'm not talking to you. No telemarket for me. Just the one from the gas. Yeah, it's a good point. Very good point.
I'm not sure, Brandy.
I think so. I think it is.
Last day of school, I know that.
For me, it is. Yes. Cars look like BK, even the cop cars in that place. Yeah, quite a few. Sergeant Friday 6. What do you mean by 6? 91 people in here. We had 100 almost. We did have 100. Please, guys, hit the like button for me. If I get 100 likes, I'm out there floating in the algorithm world like I'm supposed to be.
Yay.
Does anybody have any like 525? Yeah, that's what I thought. Today's my daughter's birthday. She turns 30 today, folks. How about that? Am I old or what?
Mm.
I got a 30-year-old kid. And then May 17th, this one turns 17. May 21st, my other one turns 27. How about that? I hate May. It's really expensive. It finally stopped. What was that noise?
What noise?
There was a crazy humming noise, and something just happened on your end and it stopped.
I don't know.
That was weird. It was like my ears were like buzzing from it.
Huh.
I know they say you can and dye a ham sandwich. Wait, what?
What?
What? I know they say you can and dye a ham sandwich with the grand jury. I think the prosecution had a strong case and would have already done it. Diane, what are you talking about? Oh, and okay. Okay, there we go. I know they say you can indict a ham sandwich with a grand jury. Right. I got you. I know what you mean. It's that easy. I think the prosecution had a strong case. They would have already. Yeah, I feel the same way. Same way. Thank you, Sudi. I appreciate that so much. Damn, you got the backbone. You got the back-to-back birthdays like me. Mom's before Thanksgiving. One right before Xmas, then my dad's is on New Year's. Damn, I thought we were bad. All right, well, here, let me fix this one. So today's my daughter's 30th birthday. The 17th is my son's 17th birthday. The 21st is my other son's 27th birthday. I'm sorry. May 7th is my 17th anniversary, wedding anniversary. And then my oldest son, his oh my God, how old is he gonna be? His 29th birthday is August 2nd. The twins that we have, their birthdays August 15th. They'll be 27. My other daughter, her birthday is February 25th. She will be 30 as well. I think I covered it all, didn't I? My birthday is November 23rd. I'll be 49. My wife's birthday is February. Oh my God, I'm going to die. February 3rd. She will be, and then, or 28th, February 28th. Where the hell did you even come from?
In the kitchen, I could hear you.
Anyway, I think that's all of them now. I got them all.
Yes, Amy, there was. We talked about it earlier in the show.
It's always a busy May, Jules. Always a busy May. I hate that month. It's not fun by any means whatsoever. Oh yeah, Mother's Day is coming up too. Remember all these birthdays. My dad can't remember. I can't remember half the. You see how hard I had to think. I'm surprised my nose isn't bleeding right now. I'm just saying. And then my mother-in-law's birthday is the same as my oldest son's, August 2nd. Wow.
He has 7 kids, so he needs 7 cakes. 6.
I have 7 kids and I have 6 grandchildren.
Yeah.
See all this here? I got it honestly, folks. It's all honestly done. Yes. Yes, we have a 30-year-old, 2 29-year-olds, 3 27-year-olds, and a 17-year-old. 2 27-year-olds and a 17-year-old. Yes, there we go.
Bethany's ticket in Pullman.
When was Bethany's ticket in Pullman? Same day, October 14th. I heard that. Is that actually true?
I don't know.
Is there a way to find that out?
I'm sure we can try.
Absolutely. There we always do, Sudi. Thank you, though. My twins are December 24th. They will be 23. Youngest is January. Hubby is out. It's me. July. There you go. My mother's is in February too. I can remember almost all of them. So is my father's. Nope, I'm wrong. I hope she's not listening. My mother's is in March. My father's is in February. There we go. They are stating that Truth and Transparency talked about it. Bethany getting pulled over. Okay. How long ago?
Within the hour of Brian?
Oh, okay. That's a little weird.
It was supposed to be for tailgating.
Who was she tailgating him?
Right?
Which one is it? I can't seem to find it. Maybe. How long ago was that, you guys? The one where they got pulled over. Let's see. How long have we been live?
Take care, Michelle. 2 hours, 39 minutes.
Okay, we're probably gonna have to bring it to a close here soon, guys. Tailgating. That's crazy, Willow. 3 brand new members. That's awesome. We got 82 likes. 82. Oh my God. Come on, you guys.
Come on. Who hasn't hit the thumbs up?
Somebody got to hit the like button, please. That's all right. I just appreciate the fact that you guys are all here. 2022, I believe. Haven't seen it, so I'm not sure how far back she posted it. Right. I don't know. I could go through. I don't want to go through all of her things. Here's another question for you guys. Do you think, thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate it. It's crazy the same day as, yeah, it is kind of like that's irony in itself. I think after I said that, it jumped to 86. 14 more. Any video exists of what I heard, cop in apartment. You know what? I've been looking. I can't find it. I still want to see it. Let me see if I can look in a different way real quick. Bear with me, folks.
Yes, Amy, it's on. Is it Truth and Transparency as well? On her most recent video, I believe.
What are you talking about?
The officer that had all the injuries.
Oh, it actually is?
Is that where?
That's what I was looking for. I didn't realize it was actually on there. Okay.
Well, that's what Sergeant had us on
The Wild Goose Chase, yes. Which I loved it.
Yeah, with that.
No, you're all right. Yeah. You're all right. We love you too. Yeah, let me see real quick. Is it her most recent one that was on? You said?
Well, I don't know. You have the email and link he sent you.
All it was it was in the chat. It didn't say. All right, give me a second here. I'll look for it.
Yeah.
I never realized until like 2 days ago that Lana had long hair. I thought she was like short haired like that. She always had a hat on.
She's always got that ball cap on, so you wouldn't know.
She's got really long, pretty hair. All right, come on. Load up for me. There we go. Well, breaking Brian Coburger, WSU search warrant. But okay, so it's that one from an hour ago then. Stop making the noise. Thank you so much, Kim Banning. I appreciate. Nope, sorry, wrong one. Hold on. Kim Marin. Thank you so much for. It's okay that you were lurking. No worries. All right, hold on.
There are parts that come in and out from what I was reading.
We're going to review that then on Lana's video real fast and see if we can find it. I'm sure you guys all know who Truth and Transparency is. She does some really good stuff as far as I'm concerned on this too. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'll be damned.
Tiedemann Muller. And
All right, give me a second here. Could one of the for those of you that aren't familiar, could one of my moderators put Lana's or Truth and Transparency's link in the chat, please? Cannot speak to save my life today. Thank you. Can't find the Pullman log. Yeah. I think I got it here. I'm pulling it up here, Brandy Oliver. One moment. No, I got it up. I got it up here Friday. Let's see if we can find it. Or see if we can see it.
Congratulations, Sarah D. You were gifted a membership by Miss Mary.
Welcome to the sauce. You are now a meatball, Miss Sarah. Is this the guy right here?
He didn't look very beat up.
There's a couple of them.
Hey, Willow.
Anthony Todd when you walk around.
Can you guys hear it okay?
Mm-hmm. Did you freeze? There it goes.
Okay, so right here, this is.
You love her sarcasm. I do. She's so. Her sarcasm just kills me. She's hilarious.
Oh wait. Maybe.
Yeah, very interesting. This is supposed to be video of the warrant, search warrant, body cam footage of the search warrant at Brian Koberger's apartment, where they went in and did everything. But half of it, as you can see, was covered up. The body cam was covered, like either the lens was covering it or something else was over top of it. So
It was probably redacted, just like News Nation's was.
yep, that's my opinion, that they purposely did something. So I'm just saying. And that's what I was we're looking for: bruises, cuts, bumps, whatever on one of these guys. I haven't seen anything. Sergeant Friday says it's a dud. That comment was bullshit, which is good to know. Who's beat up? Supposedly it was one of the officers. No problem, Kim. But Jules is correct with this statement up here. I heard about that and was very interested to know that the lock and key for the storage room and how the door was found open is very interesting. I agree.
I'm gonna turn off my camera because go.
County here. Let's take a look at this. Let's see how many cops there are.
No one's injured. Okay.
Make yourself known.
Nobody knows, Kim. It was just probably, I'm guessing, a rumor at this point.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Who's that little shorty? Look at how short that cup is. Right there. Who's that? Look at how short that cup is. Look at that. Hold
Just
on.
a little
I
guy.
almost missed him.
No, it's all good, bro. Anything and everything is worth it. Honestly. It really is. So nobody's obviously going to want to see this. There's nothing left of it because we don't see anything. So, okay. But at that point, hold on a minute here. Let me show you something. I wanted to hear this too. 1 second. Hold on. Nope, wrong thing. Sorry about that. Hold on one moment, everyone. This was brought to my attention, and I wanted to see what everybody thought of this too, real quick. And then after this, guys, I'll probably end up bringing it down for the day. But at least we got to go over some newer documents, and then Monday we'll get back into heading backwards a little bit and looking for what we missed, because we've still missed a bunch of stuff. It's Brent Kopaka body cam I would like to see. Okay. Yeah, I got you on that. That woman's voice is Dawn Daniels, fishy one with exculpatory warrant. Yeah, that was the cop, right? Hold on. Come on. Load up. What is going on with this? I don't like it, that. Okay. Hold on. I'll pull this up for you guys one way or another. Come on. No. Not me. You're not going to get that from me, bro. Sorry. Not today. Not today. Not today. Okay, now. Now, this is something from before Evil Exists put this out. There was a random, I suppose.
I just want to let you know that I'm a relative of someone inside the investigation into the quadruple homicide in Idaho. I don't want to be any more specific than that because I don't want to put anybody in a challenging or contentious.
Now, this was put up for a reason. Okay, do you guys remember back when the supposed TikTok popped up with the random person that was somebody related to somebody that was one of the law enforcement officials that was running the case? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now that they have Brian talking when he got stopped, we have this, and they're trying to do a comparison on the voice. I don't see it. I don't think there is one. Oh, thank you, Molly, dear. Did you already break it down, Molly, or back then? Yes, you did. I know. Back then, yeah. No. I thought you were talking about a new version of it, but yeah, you did back then. But this is now that there's a since he came out with his stop, and you can hear him talking. They're trying to see the difference between the voice. I don't think there is one, but for those of you, if you were interested, I will let you hear it. But yes, Molly, you did send me one then. Oh, you did today. Okay, hon. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Well, let's look at that one then. I just wanted to make sure that I was understanding you. I don't want to upset my Molly cat. I don't want the claws out. The claws hurt. Thank you, Molly dear. I do appreciate you. But you have to know that. Didn't that man come forward already in Hidden True Crime Podcast? I'm not sure, JX. I am not. Oh, I have to download this. Dirk, of course I do. I am. I'm absolutely not positive, JX, but I will find that out now that you've said that. Wait, what the hell?
Hey, Ren, thanks.
I just wonder if maybe this is nothing more than some kid in a fraternity trying to prove it.
Can you guys hear that okay?
I can.
So you said you worked with 5 or 6 Sigma Chi kids and they asked you if you can kill somebody they can get away with? Yeah. Did I hear that right? Yeah. I don't know if that's a thing that just like many people say, trying to like have interesting conversation, but like, it's in my head, it's like, it's always been these dudes that were in the fraternity. And so it makes me wonder if it's a thing that's in their like culture. Are they trying to prove themselves? Maybe. I just wonder if maybe this is nothing more than some kid in the fraternity trying to prove himself. That was it. So you said you worked with 5 or 6 Sigma Chi kids and they asked you if you can kill them? And whatever.
That's crazy as shit, man. That's an outrageous statement.
Nope. Thank you, Molly, so much. Oh my God.
I like horror movies and all that.
The voice is the guy that called in to T-Rev.
Right. And then they're trying to compare it to say if it's Brian, it's not. They're not even close. Oh well. Where can we get a copy of that video clip? Which video clip, guys? Or Sarge, are you talking about that one that we were just listening to? Why is it still playing?
I'm actually just from a very rural area, so we just don't have crosswalks.
Oh.
Unless I visit an area where there are crosswalks, and then it's not very frequent.
Yeah.
I do apologize if I was asking you too many questions about the law. I wasn't trying to
No.
I'm actually just from a very rural area, so we
How
just
is
don't
it?
have
Hold on a
crosswalks.
minute.
Unless I visit an area where there are crosswalks, and then.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a malfunction. Anyway. Yeah, that's not him. Two different people. Did you say no? Okay. All right, everybody. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for being here. I hope you all have a amazing weekend. I may be live tomorrow around the same time, depending on what my boss has for me to do. I know we're supposed to go somewhere for my daughter's birthday. I don't know what time. Yeah, this guy uses words like a lot. Yeah, for sure. But like I said, if I am live, it will be 12 or 12:30. I'll be live is when I'll do it. So once again, guys, thank you so very much. If not, I will see you all Monday at 12 or 12:30, and we'll get right back into this. And definitely more stuff to look at than today, because we're going to get back to looking into stuff we missed and picking some things apart. Heather's here.
I don't know if it was Heather, or if it's a different Heather. I think it's a different Heather.
Right. So
Heather.
besides that, guys, I hope if I don't see you guys tomorrow, I hope you guys have the absolutely best weekend you can. I appreciate you guys so very much. I love you guys to death. I really do. And once again, you may see me tomorrow. I don't know. If not, I'll see you Monday. Have an absolutely amazing weekend. Don't forget to love yourselves, to love each other. Mama Bear, thank you so very much for being here. And I will see you all so very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good weekend. I may surprise you if he goes live tomorrow. We'll see.
Oh, that'll be
Bye.
nice.